Hello, America. I'm Rebecca Smith, live from Fox News, here with our very special guest, Chris Kyle, a former Navy SEAL. How are you doing tonight, Chris?
I'm doing well, thank you.
We are so excited to have you here tonight. We can't wait to show our viewers what you have to say. He came all the way from Texas to New York City to be here with us tonight. So let's get started. So, Chris, our first question is, do you have any guilt from what you've done while in action?
Well, evil. That's all I ever saw in my crosshairs. Killing someone, as long as they were an enemy to the American people, was never a challenge. All the enemies I shot were twisted, blinded by evil to the point where killing American lives was all they cared about. All my shots saved Americans. The people I killed would have just taken service members' lives. Lives that were worth a lot more than the savages I killed. Yeah, savages. The only word I could use to describe what I saw in Iraq. I'll never regret it. I killed again and again until there was no one left to kill. That's what war is. I'm credited with the most kills of any sniper in American history. Everybody I meet wants an exact number, but I never give them one. The number isn't important and it never will be. All that matters is I wish I had killed more. Not because I enjoy about bragging about the number of people I've killed, but because the world is a better place without them, and I can stand up to God himself on Judgment Day without a doubt in my mind about that.
So, some critics may not agree with that stance. What's your response?
You might think I'm crazy, or even evil, and that's fine. I never cared about what people thought of me. You're entitled to your opinion and I'm entitled to mine. That's the single greatest thing I admired about my dad. He was never worried about what people thought of him. He was who he was, and it didn't matter what anybody said. It's the best quality you could have given me. Anybody that disagrees with me is welcome to get their own SEAL trident, go through their own hell week, and make their own sacrifices in every aspect of life. If you do that and still don't approve of me, I'll still believe in exactly what I did before, but at least you'll be able to say that you walked a mile in my skin.
What made you such a talented soldier out in the field?
I'm often thrown into a category along the lines of a legendary SEAL sniper. I'm often thrown into a category along the lines of a legendary SEAL sniper that killed a lot of people, but I never thought I was incredibly accurate or skilled. I got lucky with a few shots that made me look better than I am. I did work hard, trained more than I can remember, and worked with some of the most talented people in the world. But in my opinion, the only reason my so-called legend became as well known as it is comes from the staggering amount of opportunity I received. With 2 deployments right around the time of the Iraq War and being positioned directly in the middle of the action, I was thrown into a lot of sticky situations. One I was lucky enough to get out of. Those circumstances were crucial in gaining the respect that I did, although my time in the military had absolutely nothing to do with gaining respect.
So, we've seen you recently came out with your own book. Why did you decide to write about your time in the military, especially considering a Navy SEAL usually lives a very private life?
Well, talking about my journey isn't something I'm necessarily comfortable with. I've always thought that if someone wanted to know what it's like to be a Navy SEAL, they should join them and find out for themselves. I don't see the interest in my life anyways. I'm no higher or lower than anyone else. I've been in some exciting action, but I never thought it was overly crazy. There are, however, a lot of people that deserve credit for helping me become the man I am today. I can't live with them being an afterthought when they deserve more of the credit than I do.
So, what would you say to someone considering giving your book a read?
My book goes into my life as a SEAL. Hell Week, special ops missions, my time in Iraq, and even my longest shot ever recorded. I still consider that to be all luck, by the way. All the stories about me you'll ever want are on that paper. Anyone's welcome to pick up a copy and read through. It goes into details about things I'm comfortable with sharing and things I'm still hesitant to talk about. Everything you read in that book might explain why people think of me as they do. But in the end, it's not about my time in Iraq with the dangerous missions and the high number of kills. It's about fighting for what I believe in, to cherish what I love, and to end what I hate.
Thank you, Chris. That's all we have for you tonight. Thank you for joining us.
I had a great time. Thank you.